Welcome to Mastery of Writing the Personal Narrative.
Lesson 8, Video 1.
In this lecture, we will talk about revising the first draft of your personal narrative.
As you watch this video, look for the techniques that writers use to revise and enhance a first draft. Make sure you take good notes. And as with every video, at the end, you will be asked to submit a question for inquiry. By the end of this lecture, you will know about the techniques writers use to help them revise a first draft.
Once you watch this lecture, you will be ready to revise your first draft. There are several ways your instructor might help you, but you must watch this lecture and watch it again if you need to. You must have an understanding of what it means to revise your writing when you get to class. You don't want to spend the whole class period staring at a blank piece of paper, so be prepared. Are you ready? Writers often think revising is a grueling task, but it doesn't need to be that way. There are usually two issues a writer can have with the revising process. And the first issue is common among students who feel that they are being forced to learn how to write. These are students who don't particularly like writing. They often feel that when they finish writing something and turn it in, they're done. They have no need to rewrite anything. Once is enough. The second issue that beginning students have with the revision process is quite understandable. Sometimes a beginning writing student has no idea what needs to be revised. It takes time to become proficient at the revising process, but the fact is, the revision process is the creative part of writing. It is in the revision process where a writer creates great essays, novels, short stories, and even emails and memos. There's a handout in the revision lecture materials folder called the Revision Checklist. It will help you with your revisions. Make sure you print a copy of the revision checklist before you come to class. Okay, you're back. I'm not going to read it, but I am going to show you how to use it. Notice that the checklist has 4 subheadings. The first one is organization and format. Then there's content and clarity. Next is proofreading, and the last one is a few additional items to consider. The first 3 subheadings help you set up a systemized approach to revising your personal narrative. The directions under each subheading are clear, but you still might not know what something means. If that happens, and it probably will, don't let that be the place where you stop. Make a note that you don't understand and move on to another direction. For instance, in the first subheading, Organization and Format, you might have difficulty determining if your introduction, body, and conclusion are all clear and well organized. You might also have some problems figuring out some of the other items, but you can now make sure your essay is double-spaced, has a heading, and a title. There is always something that you can work on in the revision process. Once a writer has revised the first draft, it's not uncommon to have someone else revise what you've written again. It's called peer editing. Your peers are your classmates. You are going to help your fellow classmates with their revisions, and they in turn are going to help you with your revisions. A writer usually works with an editor too. Your writing instructor will act as your editor. The revision process is extensive. For your essay, you are going to make the first set of revisions. You will then work with a classmate or two helping each other with revisions. And the third round of revisions will come from work you do with your editor. Writers often spend most of their time revising. Writers who work on scripts for radio, TV, and film can work together on a revision process like this for weeks, months, and sometimes, in the case of some movies, for years. So have heart. Revising an essay is the most important work you will do in this class. And as I said earlier, it is the part of the writing process where the actual creative work happens. Revisions. It's what a writer does. If you're not sure what you should be revising, your instructor will guide you through the process with some pointers and directions. But you must do the work. And remember, there's only one way your instructor cannot help you. A writing instructor can't help a writer who has a blank piece of paper and a pen that doesn't move.
Okay, it's time to work hard and have fun.